Hello students, student of class 6. This is Rashid Khan from LPM Public School Gola Bazar. Here the chapter number 5 as we have continued that one. So remaining part of this chapter will have to continue. In that segments there is a portion which is unexplained, that is the properties of acid and the basic substance and its properties. Now before moving to the next one, we'll have to know about the properties of acid. That means to which we can say this is acid, or what are the basic properties of the acid by which it can be recognized. That means the different property it have, in which the first important property is to what? First one is they have a sour taste. First of all, acid sour. They have sour in taste. They are sour in taste. They have a sour taste. First, its first point is they have a sour taste. Next is they are corrosive in nature. They are corrosive in nature. What does it mean? It means that they can have they are very reactive and they can cause the damages. A concentrated acid cuts through the cloth. A concentrated acid cuts the cloths. The concentrated acid cuts the cloth and damages the wool and damages the wool. Next is if it falls on the skin, falls on the skin, it can cause both. Burns. These are the things. Next is they are good conductor of electricity. Fourth one, they are good conductor of electricity. They are good conductor of electricity as they allow the passage of of electric current through them. Electric current through them. And next is acid are soluble in water. Acids are soluble in water. These are the properties of acid. What are these? The first one, they have a sour taste. Second, they are corrosive in nature. So a concentrated acid cuts the cloths and damages the wool. If it is falls on the skin, it can cuts or damage the skin. Next is they are good conductor of electricity. Why? Because it is allowed to passage of to electric current to go through it. Next is they are soluble in water. They reacted metal to form metal oxide, that is salt and hydrogen gas. They react with the metal to form salt and produces hydrogen gas. How they can do this? The next property is they reacted with metal to form the salt and liberation of hydrogen gas. Is it okay? Now, hydrochloric acid. When reacted with magnesium, they will form MgCl 2 plus H2. That means they will form the magnesium chloride and hydrogen. Magnesium chloride and hydrogen. How this will take place? This one is called hydrochloric acid. This one is called magnesium, and hence this will form MgCl2 plus H2. And here is 2 amount of hydrochloric acid. It is the properties, another properties of an acid. So these are all about that the properties of acid. Now we have to move on to the next one, that is basic substances. What are the basic substances? Basic substances are those that have basic substances what actually these are. Basic substances are those substances that have some basic characteristics to it. This one is called the basic substance. We'll have to know about, we know that these substances are slippery in nature. These substances are slippery in nature. These substances are slippery in nature and tested bitter and tasted bitter. This property makes the acids different from the base, or you can say the basicity or the basic property is completely different from the acidic properties of the substance. They are slippery in nature and tested bitter. The first important criteria to find out the substance is, what is the type of a substance. In that cases, when metal oxide and hydroxide, except ammonium hydroxide, all the things are bases. Metal oxide or metal oxide and hydroxide, all are basic in nature, except ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide, which is not a metallic hydroxide. This one is not. This is not a metallic hydroxide. Except to these, all the metal oxide and hydroxide are these are bases, or they have contain the basic properties. Next is the most commonly used bases are sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a very common base, that is NaOH. This one we call sodium hydroxide. So as you know, all hydroxides are bases. So what about the potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, and most of the metallic hydroxide? These are all the bases. These are all having the basic properties. Next is, some bases are soluble in water and some bases are soluble in water, and these soluble bases are called alkaline, which is soluble in water is called alkali, or their property is called as a alkaline. Alkalis. That means whatever the base, the bases that they are soluble in water, they are called alkalis. What are the alkalis? Alkalis are those substances, are those bases that have soluble in water. They are called as alkalis, and they are called as alkalis. The potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide, NaOH and KOH, are the commonly known alkalis. Next to this, the other metal oxide and hydroxide which are insoluble. The hydroxide or whatever the metal oxide, which they are not soluble, that is insoluble in water, they are said to be what? They said to be bases all they are the bases, but they are not alkalis. These are all bases, but they are not alkalis. So all the alkalis are bases, but all the bases are not alkalis. So the conclusion is all the alkalis are bases, but not all the bases are alkalis. All the alkalis are bases, but all the bases are not alkalis. This is all about the basic substances. First of all, the basic substances are with those substances which have the power of having to release hydroxide ion, or this one have the property to lose their identity after being dissolved in water. That means they could produces hydroxides, and when it react with metal, they will form metal oxide, or all the metal oxide and hydroxide are bases. First of all, its test it bitter in test, and they are bitter in test, and first they are having they are first of all having bitter in taste, and second, when dissolved in water, they can lose their identity. And rest of the materials, you can see all of the not only all, but most of the bases are soluble in water. The bases are soluble in water, they are called alkalis, and the sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide and all. And rest of the others which they are not soluble in water, they are bases, but they are not alkalis. So the conclusion is all the bases are not alkalis, but all the alkalis are bases. Now we have to go through the next one, that is strong base and weak base. Strong base and weak bases. Come to your mind. Strong base and weak base. Strong bases and weak bases. What is the strong base and what are the weak base? So these are what? The more the number of hydroxide ion, as in case of acid, the more of the hydrogen ion. So here is the number of more hydroxide ion. It will make the base strong, and if there is a concentration or number of hydroxide ion is lesser, then this one is weaker. So we can say the more the number of hydrogen ion, hydroxy ion, a base produces on dissolving water. The strong base is. So we can say more number of hydroxy ion, when dissolved in water, if it is give more and more hydroxy ion, this one will be strong. But when the hydroxy ion is lesser, hydroxy ion is lesser, then the base will be weaker, or it is a weak base, as you know that the dissolving it into the water. By dissolving it water,